Everybody is sleeping with everybody. Maybe I need to add female sportscaster to the list.
And deal with it.
I might need to add female sportscaster to the list for top hoe careers.
At FS1, FS2, whatever is going on, this is the work of whores.
Just keep it a buck. If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want. I'm funny. You're throwing all boundaries, standards.
And warned Miss Taylor that she should probably not sleep with Mr. Dixon and Mr. Acho at the same time.
Auntie, chill!
It's my turn! You told me it was my turn!
Smooth operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streaks on lock.
Yo, fams, what is happening? Listen, I am Big Sarge, gentleman, Mr. O.M.G. That stands for the older military gentleman. Tell a friend to tell a friend, the gentleman is back at it again. Smash that subscribe button with nothing else left to say.
Miss Taylor told her to not worry about it. She explained that she was also now powerful, and once Mr. Dixon was no longer useful to her, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her. What?
People that clock other people to use the information that they get from them in confidence to hurt them, to manipulate them, to try and damage their reputation.
Listen to this. If you put a whore in the house, everything gonna fall apart. Everything gonna fall apart. If you put a woman who will sleep with two guys who know each other in that house that the men have been so good and efficient at protecting, that house gonna fall apart.
And warned Miss Taylor that she should probably not sleep with Mr. Dixon and Mr. Acho at the same time.
Auntie, chill!
What I'm saying to you, at FS1, FS2, whatever is going on, this is the work of whores. The makeup people, the barber on set, all them people looking for a lick-through lawsuit.
Miss Taylor again uses her sexuality. Miss Taylor again uses her sexuality to get on a show. How is that any different? What's new under the sun here? In approximately February of 2020, pandemic kicked off, but Taylor says she's kicking in. Miss Taylor asked Miss Faraji to meet her for lunch in Beverly Hills. When Miss Faraji arrived, she found Miss Taylor with a man, Emmanuel Acho. Damn! Oh, Emmanuel Acho has entered the chat. Mr. Acho. Miss Faraji did not know Mr. Acho, but could tell that the two were romantically involved. A few months after meeting Mr. Acho at the lunch, Miss Faraji noticed him in the hallway at work. Funny how that keeps happening. Miss Faraji later asked Miss Taylor if Mr. Acho also worked at Fox. Miss Taylor confirmed and explained that she wanted Mr. Acho to eventually recommend her on the show Speak for Yourself. Miss Faraji became alarmed and warned Miss Taylor that she should probably not sleep with Mr. Dixon and Mr. Acho at the same time.
Auntie, chill!
As Mr. Dixon is a very powerful man that may become very angry. Now, let me put this up on the screen so you all can read this next part. A lot of folks have talked about it, but I want you to go ahead and see it on your screens here. And it says here that she told her, Miss Faraji told Miss Taylor, you shouldn't be sleeping with Mr. Dixon and Mr. Acho at the same time. Boy, this chick, Joy Taylor, boy, she in the streets. Dude, she ain't for the streets, she for the block. Miss Taylor told her to not worry about it. She explained that she was also now powerful, and once Mr. Dixon was no longer useful to her, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her. What? She would not allow herself to be forced out by Mr. Dixon like other women talent. Damn! So if you want to know what Joy Taylor's exit strategy was, if you want to know why it was she felt she could be so bold, it's probably because she's been collecting documentation and she's like, oh, trust me, I got my ripcord. When it come down to it, I'm just going to say, oh, he made me do it. Diddy time. It's Diddy time, y'all. He made me do it year after year. I had no choice. Year after year, time after time. I just had to do it. Diddy.
Shout out to all the content creators whose content I use. I'll make sure to link their information down below so that way you can check their channels out. Now listen, we always known that things like this happen. So are we really upset? No. Ladies, before y'all come at me, don't do that. All I'm saying is, at this current time, yes, a woman should have to get it off her own merit. But after all that stuff you've seen her talk, and now seeing how this comes out, y'all let me know. Was she just playing her role? Was she the master manipulator? Was she playing chess when everyone else was playing checkers and she just happened to get caught? Listen, is she better at the situation than most? Like I said, this is 2025. And I know things are different than how they used to be. But at the same time, we must never, ever act like things aren't still the same. Sex, money, and power runs this world. And men, depending on who you are and your level of power and authority, it comes naturally and it comes easy. And gents, listen, that work husband stuff that you keep hearing about, that y'all keep talking about, that y'all perfectly fine with, just remember, your wife's work husband might be laying her down every day at the job. Then she come home to you, and guess what? You're just an at-home husband. You get to be the protector, the provider, and do all the heavy lifting. Why? He gets to have all the fun. Listen, it's 2020, 25, time to find you a vibe. And with that one right there, ladies and gents, have a great night. Until the next time, Big Sarge the Gentleman, I'm out of here. Peace, and peace.